So let's start the support call. Right, welcome everyone, and let's start right away. So, Mary.
Yes, thank you, Katja. I've been having real problems with anxiety and panic and fear over
Mhm.
my own health challenges and what's been going on. And but I just got a message 15 minutes ago that a cousin we've been praying for who needed a heart transplant,
Mhm.
they think they've found a match for her and will
Good.
possibly be doing surgery even tonight.
Mm.
Um, and that stirred up all sorts of feelings of just, fear of her going into surgery. I guess she'll be out for like 3 days, but obviously there's a lot of details in
Mhm.
that. But also what has sprung up for me is a lot of sadness and grief for the donor's family that somebody
Mm.
had to die
Yeah.
so that my cousin will hopefully live.
Mm.
And so there's just still a lot of fear and panic for myself and um some fear for the surgery and that everything will go right, and like I said, sadness and grief
Mhm.
um that somebody has died um to save my cousin.
All right. So, could you just notice and allow all those feelings that are coming up?
Yeah.
And could you notice how they feel personal?
Yeah.
And then could you notice if there's any sense that that person whose heart is being transferred, will be transferred, that they died because of your cousin?
Can you say that last sentence again, please?
Let me ask that a different way. Is there any guilt for because your cousin is getting a heart transplant transfer from someone who has died or who is dying?
um yeah, I don't know if it's guilt, but I think it feels more like sadness and grief.
Mm.
Maybe there's some guilt I didn't think that didn't come up for me, but
Mhm.
ironically I was releasing on guilt yesterday. So
Mm. Yeah.
um maybe that has helped, but there's definitely sadness and grief and um some concern, and
Mhm.
I'm trying to believe that if this is the right match, that
Mhm.
everything will go smoothly, and that she'll do really well. But yeah, um so there's, yeah, some fears, some concern, and still for myself too, that it's my own health has been really challenging lately, and but yeah, so it's a whole bundle of
Mm.
stuff, but I would say more, yeah, sadness and grief,
Mm.
you know for where I'm at, and for, yeah, just the donor family, and for what my cousin's been through too.
Mm.
But yeah.
So, could you just allow yourself to have that grief for a moment?
Yeah.
And then, for a moment, when thinking about your cousin, could you notice how that grief that someone has died, that there's some joy in that person had decided that if they die there, what is useful from their body that is going can be used again. So could you notice how there is love and joy in that?
I hadn't thought about that, Katja, and that's a
Mm.
beautiful way to look at it.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then let yourself think about your own health.
Yeah.
And could you welcome all the expectations you're having about how it will continue and be?
Yeah.
And are they positive expectations?
Not right now. I have a new
Mm.
doctor's appointment that I really don't want to go to next week,
Mm.
because my old doctor has left that practice and not taking my insurance anymore. And I'm really dreading that because I don't really feel well enough to get out of the house much. And um, it's going to be a big deal, but she needs to see me in person to
Mhm.
start care. And so there's a lot of fear and panic about that.
So could you welcome all the expectations that you have about that meeting?
Yeah.
And could you let go of believing that you know how it'll go, that it will be hard?
Yeah. I've been working on that, but it's things are still coming up. Yeah. But yeah.
And then could you let go of the belief that it's bad for things coming up?
Yeah. Yeah.
And what if they are just like leaves blown by the wind? They are just energy rising and flying by.
Oh, it's a good way to look at it. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
And could you let go of wanting to catch and hold on to those leaves in the air?
Oh, wow. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And then could you be open to a more positive outcome than the mind can foresee right now?
Yes. Yeah.
Mm.
I can because I've been really, really trying to visualize that more and more, especially when the negative thoughts come up. So, yes, I can. I
Mm.
can.
Good. And what if you don't have to plan ahead at all? What if you could just trust, relax, and trust that when the time for the appointment is, you'll do and say what's appropriate?
What what a novel thought. What great great idea.
Yeah, yes.
uh,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, that does help. There is some planning I need to do in advance just
Mm.
because of some of my issues, but yeah, but in general, yeah, you're
Yeah.
right. I can, yeah, just for the most part, just rest and yeah, take it easy
Mm.
until that day. Yeah.
Yes. Mm. So how does it feel now?
All of it feels so much better. Thank you so much, Katja. I really appreciate it.
Oh, thank you for asking.
Well, thank you.
And good luck. Enjoy. Enjoy
Thank you.
meeting the doctor as much as you can.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you. And Lawrence, hello.
Hello, Katja.
Hello.
I am experiencing apathy right now and
Mhm.
would like some help with it.
Mm. Apathy.
Mhm.
So, could you just notice how the apathy feels?
Yes.
And could you notice any wanting to do anything about it? Change it or figure out why it's there or make it disappear or anything?
Yes.
And
And at the same time, wanting to hold on to it and even dig deeper into it.
yeah,
The conflicting ideas.
yes. So could you give yourself the license to dig deeper?
Yes.
And if you go even deeper, what is the source of the apathy?
You can't say.
And if you can you check if when you go deeper, does it feel more apathetic or does it become
It intensifies.
sorry?
It intensifies.
Intensifies, okay. And if you go even beyond that,
Yeah, it feels disinterested. There's no point.
mhm,
I won't. I can't.
mhm.
It's
And
just, it's heaviness
okay,
and rejection.
all right. And does it feel personal?
Yes.
And then just for now, as best you can, could you let go of wanting to take it personally?
Yes.
And would you allow the apathy or the thing you call apathy to
Mm-hmm.
just dissolve and float by?
Yes.
And would you allow it to dissolve some more?
I would.
And when?
Now.
And then could you notice the space and peace that's beyond and beneath and all around that energy?
No.
No? Okay.
No, I felt myself becoming angry that it's not dissolving.
Angry?
Angry that it's not dissolving. Yeah.
Ah, okay. So let yourself be as angry as you feel.
And it seems to fill out everything. It doesn't, can't find the peace.
Okay. The anger or the apathy?
Mainly the apathy. Yeah.
I'm sorry?
And mainly the apathy.
Okay. So could you welcome the sense that, or could you welcome the wanting to control the apathy?
Yes.
And as best you can, could you let go of wanting to control it?
Yes.
Hmm. And what if feeling apathy is just what's arising this moment?
Yeah, yeah, that's possible. Yeah,
And what if it's not personal at all?
I am open to that possibility.
Mhm. And then check if there
So
are,
it's like a cloudy sky.
yeah, it's like a cloudy sky. And is the expectation that the cloudy weather will continue?
Yes,
So could you let go of believing you know the weather forecast?
I could.
Mm. And could you be open to allowing the weather to be as it is?
Yes,
And does the sun disappear even though you can't see it?
in actuality, no.
So does the peace and harmony disappear even though you can't notice it at some point?
No,
So could you open to remembering and noticing the peace and harmony as best you can?
if I see the energy or feeling as not personal, there is peace.
Good.
I imagine this dark, cloudy sky.
Hmm. And could you allow the sky to be cloudy or bright blue?
I could.
Or would you?
I would.
And when?
Now,
And how does it feel now?
more peaceful. Thank you.
Hmm. Good. Good. Is that good for now?
It is. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Thanks, Lawrence. Okay. And then we'll move to Eric. Are you there, Eric?
Sorry, yes. Yeah, I thought I'd unmuted. Thank you. So what I'd like to release on is this morning when I got up, I checked my emails and I found one seemingly from the local police
Mhm.
saying that I owed 40 Swiss francs for a parking
Mhm.
offence, which didn't ring a bell, saying you needs to be paid by Friday, and if not, it will double immediately. And
Mhm.
click here to pay, sort of thing. Now,
Mhm.
I've seen these before, and usually the address that it's sent from is either gobbledygook or it's something like Robert Jones at Yahoo, whatever. So you know
Mhm.
it's rubbish. But this one was quite plausible. It was like in French, it said notifications at fines.ch. So I looked up, whether fines.ch exists. Yes, sure enough, it does. The department does exist in Geneva and that. So
Mhm.
anyway, I had to wait, of course, before they opened, but I decided, okay, I will telephone them and just sort of find
Yeah.
out if this is for real. So when they opened, I did, and as soon as I said, I received an email claiming to be from you. The woman just said, "Oh yes, it's a scam," sort of thing.
Mm.
So that was that. But the reason I'm bringing it up now is that when I'd hung up, I realized just how shaken up I'd been by this experience.
Mhm.
It triggered my deep-rooted feelings of not being safe in the world in a big way.
Mhm.
First of all, the when I didn't know for sure whether it was real or not, and sort of thinking about how easily I could sort of do something wrong without even
Mhm.
realizing it and get caught like that. And then when I found out for sure that it was a scam, and I think even before I knew for sure, just sort of the way that these scammers are getting craftier and craftier and making these things look more and more plausible, and the sort of fear of, well, I've got to be so on the ball and to not fall for something like that.
Mm. Yes.
And I'd like to, if anything, if anything like that happens again, I would like to be able to just probably respond in much the way that I did, but just to be able to do it calmly and just kind of take it in my stride, sort of, okay, this has happened, and just sort of deal with it step by step, but without getting kind of shaken up like that.
Yes. Okay, so could you welcome, however, sharing that story now makes you feel?
Yes.
And then could you notice how personal it feels?
Yeah.
And then would you welcome all the wanting to change what happened?
Yes.
And as best you can, could you let go of wanting to change the past?
Yeah. Yes. Not much point in that, is there?
Yeah. And then could you welcome how you are planning ahead to come across same or similar situations in the future?
Yeah. 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 Yes, I can. Yeah.
And even though they might come, they certainly appear to be coming more often, but could you let go of expecting to be facing them more often?
Gosh, that is a challenging one because it's sort of I've got this sense of like I'll be sort of hit unprepared.
Hmm? So, could you welcome the belief that you have to be prepared
Yeah.
to be able to act appropriately?
Yes. Yes.
And then could you be open to the possibility that since you already seem to know how to check an email, scam email, possible scam email, could you be open to the possibility that you can do that in the future as well?
Yes, I can be.
Mhm.
I think what's sort of going on there is a fear of first of all, but I might not always, and the fear of sort of having to be so on guard and sort of living my life on guard, which yes, that's sort of
Yeah,
exactly what we were just welcoming, isn't it?
yes. So, as best you can, could you let go of expecting that you have to live on God, be
Yeah.
on God?
Yeah.
And could you be open to trusting your intuition to notify you if there's something you ought to watch more deeply or more carefully?
Ooh. Yeah, I feel I'm not very in touch with my intuition.
Well, could you be open to just being guided to notice by your inner wisdom or inner nerd to notice when to pay more attention?
I can be open to that. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes. As intuition is something, in a way, the way it's spoken about, some people say right away, like you say, that I'm not very intuitive or not in touch with my intuition, but
Yeah.
it's not some mythical all encompassing voice that lands from the heavens or
Sure.
kind of huge revelations. They can be, but mostly it's just that, that in a kind of a calm voice that says, okay, check this out.
Yeah.
What
It's
about
like
that?
a kind of inner knowing, isn't it, really?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So if that word resonates better, so that's perfectly fine to use. And obviously, technical, when we live in a world where technical stuff develops really quickly,
Yeah.
but could you also be open to being guided to noticing when there's something you need to learn, or be aware if it's something new, so to speak?
Yes, I can be open to that. Yeah, definitely.
Yes. And then could you check if the safety really comes from being on guard?
Hmm. Yeah, it doesn't, does it? It absolutely
No,
doesn't. No.
no. So could you notice the sense of safety that is here already?
I actually find that quite difficult to relate to.
Hmm? So can you check if right this moment, is there anything threatening?
No, not in my immediate world. There isn't. No.
Mhm. And then can you think about some moment when you felt completely safe?
Yes. Yeah.
And can you get a sense how you felt that way then?
Yes.
And is now that moment? That's a weird way of asking or pointing out that, can you notice how you can get the sense of that safety you felt, even though now the situation is probably different?
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah.
So the feeling of safety isn't dependent on anything external.
Yeah, it's a feeling that's generated within me. That's
Yes.
true. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's always there beneath all the fears and doubts and the other noise that might be covering it.
Yes.
So could you allow yourself to notice and feel that safety a little bit more?
When you said that, I didn't think it was going to work, but yes, I can.
Good. Yes. Yeah. It's
Yeah,
yeah. It's often just our beliefs that something isn't possible or it needs this and this and this
yeah,
first that keeps us from noticing it.
yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Yes. So how does it feel now?
It certainly feels calmer.
Hmm.
Yeah. I mean, it feels like it's sort of like that's something I want to practice.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good.
Yeah, no, that's a lot better actually. Thanks so much, Katja.
Hmm. Thank you for asking. I think it's something we all can practice a little bit more. Yeah.
That's
Hmm.
possible. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Eric. Thanks. And Sharon.
Thanks, Katya. Thanks for the call. I'd like some help releasing around, I suppose, like feeling a little bit left out of life. I wanted to go on a couple of day retreat,
Mhm.
which wasn't too far away distance wise. And I thought it'd be quite, inexpensive to fly.
Mhm.
And then the accommodation and the flight, which just become unaffordable, I just feel like what was coming up is a bit of resentment for the people who can afford to go when I can't seem to afford to go. So
Mhm.
I've also had problems. I've got quite an old iPhone now, so it felt like it kept crashing when I was trying to look for these. So I was getting really frustrated, and I really wanted to push to go to this retreat, and even like just getting online to find the prices of flights was really challenging. So just some releasing support around that. I feel it was bringing up some shame as well about, not being able to afford suppose.
Mm.
Yeah,
Okay.
thanks.
So could you welcome everything that story brings up?
Yeah, what feels like it feels like I'm just not good enough. That's what's coming up, really.
Mhm. And could you welcome how personal that feels?
Yeah, and I feel like there's a bit of the victim energy coming up as well around,
Yes.
like poor me, and the shame is that, oh, I can't afford it, but other people can.
Yes. So could you enjoy that victim?
Oh, I don't know about that. That feels like I think that's where the shame is. It's right, really not wanting to look at that. It's like
Mm.
I feel it's coming up. It's like I want others to feel sorry for me. So it feels like,
Mm.
yeah, it
Yes.
feels
Yes.
like not nice to look at that. Yeah.
Mm. Yeah.
Not nice to even acknowledge that, I suppose, even on this call.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
But we all have the same feelings and pretty
Yeah.
much the same thoughts, just in different
Yeah.
combinations and timings.
Yeah.
So could you welcome the sense that it's personal, that it is about you?
Yeah. And there's a lot of like emotion around this as well.
Mm. So just give it all the space it needs.
Yeah, it feels like a real like sadness, I suppose, and grief that's coming up.
Mm. Yes. And then can you check if there's kind of a woven into that's story, the idea that the story will continue, that's your part, the one who's not good enough, while all the others are.
It feels like, yeah, it feels like that. It also felt like it felt so frustrating with the phone. It was like
Mm,
the real panic. I've got to check this, I've got to be able to find a way to go. And I just kept searching and searching. It was
yeah.
like safety depending on going on this retreat because it was like I felt like, I need to go on this. I need to connect with people because I need support. So there
Hmm.
was a lot of that coming up, really, which I was
Mm,
interested to see, actually.
mm.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah,
So could you just welcome that?
yeah, and that feels quite emotional. Yeah,
And then could you just notice how that was just what apparently happened? Like what if it was just a new step? Maybe it's something that's kind of arising in you, and that's how it came out this time. The needing to connect and get support and maybe going more out into the world.
yeah. It just feels like I do want to move forward, and every time I try and make that happen in some ways, it
Mhm.
just feels like I'm blocked in some ways. This time with the phone, I suppose, and then when I did finally get somebody else's phone and check, the flights were too expensive, and it was just, yeah. I know
Mm.
that's the story, but yeah, it was just a real like feeling like why do I seem to stay in these situations where
Mm.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah,
So could you welcome that story of always?
yeah, and that's keeping me in it, isn't it?
Mm.
Yeah.
And could you let go of expecting it to continue?
It's interesting when you ask me that because obviously I want to say yes, but it
Mhm.
feels what come up then it's like, well, you've trusted that before, you thought the things were going to move forward and then you keep getting like
Yeah.
shafted, I suppose. It's like life comes up and puts another block or obstacle
Yes.
in you. Yeah. It's like, when is it ever going to change? Yeah.
Yes. So could you welcome the frustration?
It feels like I've got like, I suppose, grief in my throat. It feels like really like heavy right now.
Just allow it to be there. And then could you be open to the positive change to come in its own pacing and time?
Yes, I can. Thank you, Katya. Yeah. Because I'm aware I'm pushing it. Yeah.
Mm.
It's like a push at my time, not, yeah, the universe's time. Yeah. Wow.
Yes, and even in the stories, we've seen how there usually are parts of the story where the hero or the main character is pushing and pushing and pushing, and nothing seems to be changing until
Yeah.
it suddenly does.
Yeah.
And that's where the stories and the life are similar. We don't know when the change is coming and where it's coming from.
Yeah.
So could you open up to the possibility of things changing in a positive way?
Yeah. There's a small opening right now. Yeah. Thank you.
And could you allow that opening and change and shift come from wherever it comes from?
Yes, I can. Thank you. What was funny there was like, it was like what the thought came in. It was like, I'm open to surprises. And
Mhm.
I've always said I don't like surprises. And I feel that's probably because I'm like, I suppose there's the wanting to control or know where it's coming from. And when
Yeah.
it's, that's where that is. But then there was a real openness to being, for just to be able to come, not just the space for it to come from anywhere. And that's like more possibilities. Yeah. Wow.
Good.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. There feels more space in that. Thank you, Katja.
Good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Katja. Thanks for your support.
Thank you. Thanks, Sharon.
Thanks.
Thank you. And before I go to the next one, just a sec, I need to plug this thing so we don't run out of battery. Okay. Back. And Rose, hello.
Hi, Katja.
Hello.
I feel really, really blessed and happy to be able to be on this call and be able to release with other releasers. So that's a gain
Yes.
in itself.
Mm-hmm.
And right now I have some issues with health.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the things that's of concern is that I have this pain on my chest. I've had it for about a week. I've
Mm-hmm.
seen the doctor too.
Mm-hmm. Good.
I got a diagnosis as well, but
Mm-hmm.
and I was also given medication, but I'm not a good match for medication. I rather go the natural way or the natural
Mm-hmm.
pathic way. So since I was a little girl, I had an experience where um, the natural way worked for me. So I guess since then I'm just like so 100% into that. Like I don't believe in anything else except the natural path.
Mm.
But right now it's kind of like a situation where like most of the people around me, they say that if I go the natural path, it's not a good choice.
Mm-hmm.
But that's my belief. That's me. And so it's kind of like they push me to go to the other side, just um, medication and stuff like that. But I look at the side effects of the medication and then I get scared and I go, no, I don't want that
Mm-hmm.
for me. So in my mind, I'm like 1 foot in and 1 foot out, like believing in myself. Do I believe in what I believe? Or do I go with what other people believe? So I'm like cut in half, seems
Mm-hmm.
like. And so when you were saying, when you were telling somebody else that, can you allow yourself to be guided? And I thought, yeah, I would love to be guided because it's hard for me to make a decision if I'm 50-50.
Yes.
So I would love to be able to surrender this whole thing to beingness and just allow beingness to take care of it, where I don't have to do anything. I don't have to make a decision.
Well, in a way, you don't. in a way, we never make decisions. They just arrive, but it appears that like we do. So do you want to work on that?
Yes.
Yes. So could you welcome the whole story, the diagnosis, the medicine, your history with medicine and naturopath, was it?
Yeah.
You had good faith in it and good experiences about. Yes. And welcome the wanting to take the meds and not take the meds. Follow your experiences and trust the doctor.
Yes.
And could you notice the whole spin?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, the elevator, yeah.
And then could you notice how that spin is appearing on that space or piece? That's way
Yes.
beyond. Yes. And is that piece in any way affected by the spin?
Could you say that again?
Is that space and piece, are they in any way affected by that spin?
Yes.
Are they?
Well, it seems to be because sometimes I'm in the space of peace, especially when I release the trouble.
Mm-hmm.
But then when I go on my own, it's like I'm back into that spin.
Yes.
And then sometimes I make a decision.
Mm-hmm.
And then after I make the decision, I'm back into that spin again.
Yes. So what if the spin is just taking its time?
Yes.
And what if it's just not, the decision hasn't arrived yet?
Mm. Yeah.
And could you be open to being guided to do what feels appropriate and right for you?
Yeah.
And could you be open to that being either or both of your options?
Mm. Yes.
And now when you think about that question about the medicine and the condition, how does it feel now?
It feels a little bit more open to being willing to go that way as well.
Mm-hmm.
It feels like if I'm 100% sure that this is going to be what's going to make my body healthy, like, okay, let's do it. I don't care whether it's natural or not natural, but as long as I'm 100% sure that this is the way, then yeah, okay, I'm willing to do it.
Yes, and I'm absolutely no medical expert of anything, and we don't treat, diagnose, or advise about any illness or physical or mental in Sedona
I
Method.
understand.
Yes,
Yeah.
but also from kind of my layman experience is that most of the medicines are also such that you can test them in a way that see if they work for you. They don't make permanent damage, kind of, if you just test them. And if they don't work for you, then you'll know, or if they make you feel better. And I don't know, naturopath, if it works with medicine, but most of the alternative healing systems are kind of they go well with they help you with the Western medicine as well.
Yeah.
So it's not either or.
Yes, that's true. That's so true.
So could you just allow the perfect solution to be found.
Yes.
Mm. Good.
Yeah, that feels much better, more.
Good. Good.
More peaceful.
Mm.
Knowing that I don't have to pick one or the other and they can both work together.
Yes.
So that's a good.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Good to know. Yeah. Yeah. So that makes me feel much better. So thank you so much.
Thank you. Thanks for asking. Right.
All right.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
And now I'm moving to Ronnie. Hello.
Hi, hello. Can you also hear me?
Yes, I hear you.
Okay, great. Um, at first, I just wanted to say that I'm really happy with this community,
Mm.
whole community with you, with everybody, also the people that are on this call.
Mm. Yes,
Because it's
me
just so,
too.
yeah, it's just so very simple, but it's really uh, also something really big
Mm. Yeah.
in our lives. First, that, um, and I'm also noticing really some of the changes that have been in my life. So I'm also really grateful for that with Sedona.
Mm. Yeah.
And what I'm just noticing is that although I'm really happy with my life, I I find that I'm really have to do really a lot of things. So for instance, I'm getting up, I'm doing some meditations and other things, and then I go to work for 9 hours, and then I have some training, and then almost your whole day is filled up. And
Mm.
it doesn't, a lot of times that doesn't feel like the way, like that's not what I want to say. It's not that I feel then that I'm in the rest or in the, how do you say that in English, that doesn't feel that I'm then uh, in the awareness or uh, in that quietness that I want to be.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yes.
only feels if I'm then in the meditation in the morning, or maybe now with this call, that I'm there. I also know that's not true, but that's the feeling that I'm having.
Mm. Yeah.
Also, that I'm having that, okay, when I'm finished with everything in the evening, then I'm tired
Mm-hmm.
because of all the thinking that you are doing. So the thing is, that's why I'm saying this is, I like to change those things so that no matter what I'm doing, that I'm still in the quietness and in the ease,
Mm-hmm.
and also in the ease, like some other persons also were saying, that things will come like it needs to be.
Yep.
So a whole topic, but that's where I like to release on.
Okay. So could you welcome the one into control? How life unfolds?
Yes, I can. It's still difficult, but I know that you're right.
And then could you let go of believing that your plan for the life it would be the best for you?
that's my thing. I can let it go, but then there's the thinking, how should I do that? Or how to go on then?
Yes. But I'm now reminded of how Hale said at some point that we aren't kind of meant to be in constant bliss, so to speak, that our human body minds aren't made for that. Luckily, the world will take care that we usually aren't, but the kind of the quiet and the peace, can you check if they actually ever go anywhere, or are you just focusing on other things?
Can you explain it one more time? Because somehow I didn't get it totally. Sorry.
The whole thing about what Hale said, or
Yeah, the whole thing so much just to get it somehow. And I didn't
oh,
got it all.
yeah,
Sorry.
well, you were speaking about, maybe you were speaking on a different level. Hale said when someone years ago, someone was talking about a similar thing and kind of like, why can't we be in constant bliss and happy and peaceful all the time? And he said that human body minds aren't made for all day, all night bliss. It's too much for us. But then that is different than having kind of that peace and quietness present. In my opinion, I might be, I'm no prophet here either, but that peace and quiet you were talking about that you have experienced of. So can you check if they actually ever go anywhere? Or is it just that you are sometimes focusing on other things?
That's true. Sometimes I'm focusing on other things.
Yeah. And when you notice you're focusing on other things, could you then open up to noticing the peace again?
That's just the thing sometimes that's really difficult, I
So,
find.
so could you let go of expecting it to be difficult in the future again?
Yes, I can let it go.
Yes. And could you be open to opening up to feeling and noticing more peace and quiet?
Yeah, I'm open for that. I also like to say something that's
Mhm.
make more sense. What I just noticed with myself, and it's really great that I'm noticing it now, is
Mhm.
that my whole breathing goes differently. So if I'm relaxed, then I can just breathe in and breathe out. But if I'm not relaxed, then I'm really sometimes I'm not noticing it, but then my girlfriend notices it. Then I'm
Yeah.
totally relaxed. And you can really hear my breathing.
Yes, and it goes the other way around. There's lots of breath techniques that help you relax more. So it goes both ways.
Yeah.
It's good to notice, and that might be a sign for yourself to pause and either take some deep breaths or release a bit.
Yeah, that's totally true. And the story that I'm also having is that uh, when you're a baby, you don't have it. So somehow I got it. So I then also can let it go. I think it also has something to do with snore, also the same thing. So the thing is that I want to, like you were saying before, I like to control it to get
Mm.
back there that you're a baby and just breathe with your stomach without having any problem.
Yes. So could you allow yourself to find ways to help yourself breathe more easily and naturally?
Yes, I can.
And could you allow yourself to be as relaxed and peaceful as you are each moment?
Yes, I can do that also.
Good. As it's often our own judging and beating ourselves when we notice we aren't peaceful, that kind of makes it the unpeace to last longer. But it's just like we spoke at the beginning of the call. It's kind of like weather. Sometimes it's cloudier and a bit more windy, and other times it's clear skies.
That's true.
Mm.
Thank you.
Thank you. And okay, I can go for 5 minutes extra if Ryan, you have something you wanna
Hi.
say. Hi. Hello.
Hi. Yeah, I won't take up much time. I know you've got to go, but I just had a quick thing I just want to
Mhm.
say. I dropped off my toddler. He's 3 years old he's in preschool. He started a few weeks ago,
Mhm.
and this week he's kind of having a hard time, and
Mhm.
today especially. I just dropped him off, and I just feel really bad for him, and
Mm.
I'm just kind of not sure how to kind of make him feel comfortable going forward.
Mm.
Because the last couple of weeks he seemed good, but this week he's like on the verge of tears, and so I
Mm.
feel bad for him. So not sure what to do.
Yes. So first of all, there's just the practical things. You can talk to the teachers in the kindergarten if there's something has happened or changed. But releasing wise, let's focus on that. So
Okay.
could you welcome how seeing your toddler sad makes you feel?
Yes.
And then could you welcome all the wanting to support them and protect them?
Yes.
And could you notice the love that is there in that wanting?
Yes.
And then could you drop the wanting to control his life as best you can?
Yes.
And then could you be open to finding the appropriate ways to do and be and talk with your
Yes.
child? And taking the appropriate action.
Yes.
And then would you grant them the right to live their life and trust in them being courageous as well?
Yes.
And also, just could you allow yourself to trust the inner knowingness, to knowing when it's just some temporary glitch and when there's something you need to watch more carefully?
Yes.
And then would you allow yourself just to love your child
Yes.
and open up to that love? And open up to this transfer going smoothly and in the best possible way.
Yes.
So how does it feel now?
Feels much better. Like letting go of wanting to control him and his experiences.
Mm.
That's really helped. Yeah.
Mm.
Thank you.
Good. Thank you. All right. Thank you, everyone. It's been a pleasure, as always. The next free support call is on 15th of October. And that's actually the same week when Hale is doing his next 6-session series, Effortless Releasing Part 2, where I'll be one of the instructors. He did that in August for the first time, where he's doing the first and the last session, and the 4 in between are each by different instructor. And I'm presenting there. I don't know the day yet, but you will probably get email and information about that. If you are on the official email list, and I will send it, also mention that before it starts, to my email list, the people who have signed up to be reminded of these support calls. Especially since it seems I can't post anything on Facebook anymore. It doesn't let me put the links for whatever reason. So, but I'm glad you found yourself here, and thank you very much. I'm pausing the recording, stopping it now.